Well, hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Tonight we are talking about the breaking news that is happening in the Summer Moon Utah Wells case. Summer Moon Utah Wells vanished from her Rogersville home on June 15th, 2021. There's been little breaks in the case over the last 4.5 years, but yesterday we learned that the FBI, TBI, and local law enforcement made a stop at a place about 9 miles away from where Summer Moon Utah Wells' home was at when she went missing. Today, we're also getting some new information in about Don and Candace Wells, the parents of Summer Moon Utah Wells. Are they wanting to comment on the latest breaking news? A lot more with that and a whole lot more. Stick around. Irma, welcome to the Pearl family. How are you doing?
Coming in clutch, better tighten the pearls. Dropping cold facts, got the truth for the world. No smoke, no fluff, just the real that we trust. Hold on to your seat, cause I'm coming in clutch.
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options, anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is November 19th, 2025. It is currently 10:07 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Bonjour. Hello, my beautiful pearls. Thank you always. Thank you, Angel Mama. Good to see you, honey. There you are, Joyous. I was worried about you. I haven't seen you in a couple days. I was like, is Joyous okay? Good to see you, honey. Hey, Alicia, Susan, Pam, Ryan, Kat, Garden Critters, Sherry, Wolfie, Munsey. Good to see you, Pam. Peggy coming in clutch at 9 months. How you doing, honey? Praying for justice for Summer. Amen. Thank you so much for your support, Miss Peggy. Really, really do appreciate you. Susan, V, Darcy, Pam, lovely hair curlers in crime, Ginny, Wendy, hi doll, Sharon, Susan, Joyous, who else? Butterfly Kisses at Night, Mustang Sally, Shannon, Maza, Susan, ZYGT. Good to see you, my dear. Kathinder, good to see you. Alicia, hello, always late. Brenda, Bliss, Teresa, oh sugar, boom, 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 boom. Oh, honey, honey. I'm old. A laugh a day. Bernie, Wendy, good to see you. Carol, Susie, Belinda, good to see you all. Thank you all for joining me. Do appreciate your time. Let me thank our newest Pearl. How you doing, ma'am? Welcome, Irma. Ooh, get a bigger clap than that. Good to see you, Irma. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate you. Did the FBI find Summer yet? Not that we're aware of, but this is the biggest break in 4.5 years. The biggest break. There has been obviously some news that came out today. We're going to cover that before we get into the weeds of it all. And, last night we were talking about, I like to know what people originally said, not what they changed things up later, and we're going to get into some of that as well. I do think it's about to get real. I mean, you have the local Hawkins County, you have TBI, and then you have FBI showing up on this property. Also found a very interesting article that we're going to go over as well. But guys, what I need you to do, if you would be so kind, and please hit that thumbs up button, would greatly, greatly appreciate it. If we get to 1,000 thumbs up, we have a chicken party. And you don't want to miss the chicken party. I'm just saying. You don't want to miss the chicken party. Today is Janae. It's Janae's birthday. Happy birthday, Janae. Janae. Happy birthday, Janae. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jenny. Happy birthday to you. That's my rendition of Marilyn Monroe. My being a dumbass in singing. Yes, happy birthday, Jenny, from all of us at Clutch Them Pearls to you. The world is your oyster. It's up for you to find the pearls. And guess what? Mother chicken, you are here and you found them. We're right here. And a pearl sticks together like the strand we are on a necklace. Okay, let's get it started, guys. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up. It would be so amazing if you would. So just a little bit ago, this was breaking by WJHL. They have been on Summer Wells's case since the beginning of June 15th, 2021, as a lot of us were. And they have reached out to Dawn and Candace Wells for comment. And let's see what they did.
To follow TBI's statement of a new lead the agency followed up on in the search for Summer Wells.
It happened at the 3500 block of Van Hill Road, not far off from where Summer was last seen over 4 years ago. News Channel 11's Ansley Daniel has followed up on this new information as the Amber Alert for Summer still remains active.
This is Van Hill Road. It's about 9.5 miles from the Wells family home on Ben Hill Road, where Summer was reported missing. As you can see, there are posters here with her information on them. And last week, law enforcement conducted a search on this road in the 3500 block. It's about 2 miles back from where I'm standing here. It's very similar to Beach Creek, as the homes are spread out and there is a lot of land. It's also close to the Greene County line. We did reach out to Don and Candace after the TBI confirmed a recent search in their daughter's case. They said they do not want to be interviewed as they are waiting to hear more from the TBI and, quote, otherwise, it is just more drama and stirred pain, so there is nothing to say. And
That is oh my God. See, I have not watched this. I truly like to give you guys my first reaction. Oh my God. This is just other drama? Really, Don? Really, Candace? That's interesting. Because Don, Candace, wasn't you, didn't you guys say, we hope and pray to God that, the TBI in Hawkins County will do everything that they can to find Summer Wells. This is the first break in 4.5 years. And this is drama to you. That says everything. That seems like, I don't know. Do you think he feels a little threatened? They declined an interview, Rickson. Not only did they decline an interview, they said, listen.
similar to Beach Creek, as the homes are spread out and there is a lot of land. It's also close to the Greene County line. We did reach out to Don and Candace after the TBI confirmed a recent search in their daughter's case. They said they do not want to be interviewed as they are waiting to hear more from the TBI and, quote, otherwise, it is just more drama and stirred pain, so there was nothing to say, end quote. We reached out to Hawkins County Sheriff Ronnie Lawson, too, and have yet to hear back. We also stopped by his office today and were told that he wasn't in. The TBI couldn't tell us what the tip about Summer was that led them here to Van Hill Road, or if anything came of it. In Hawkins County, Ansley Daniel, News Channel 11.
Ansley looks good. She does. I haven't seen her in a while. She looks good. I'm just wondering, Don and Candace are not commenting. I find that very interesting that they perceive this as drama. Newsflash, Mr. and Mrs. Wells, the TBI and the FBI don't deal with drama. They deal in facts. Okay? And there have been, at this time, probably thousands of tips called in to the TBI, local law enforcement, all of that, since June 15, 2021. And they've never been knocking down anybody else's doors like this. All three agencies. So, they're, and Don says they're waiting to hear more. Don, I think rather than hearing, they'll probably just be knocking on your door, in my opinion. So yesterday we went over the property of where they were looking last week, and all of that. We know the names, last name of this place where they went is Hill. Supposedly, from what I understand, Fred and Andy's cousin, allegedly. So that's interesting. There's an older man there, and then from what I understand, his son. The older man used to own a tree service. He sold that, I guess, or gave it to his son in 2015, if I recall correctly. And all of that. Now, we're going to get to some more stuff here. Just bear with me. Yeah, we went from Ben Hill Road to Van Hill Road. Again, about 9 minutes or so. Okay, I think I've got some more stuff here. But the TBI did confirm that they were there. They sure did. All right, WVLT. It did a piece.
The TBI confirming the Summer Wells case is far from cold. They say they followed up on a lead at a home on Van Hill Road.
Now, I also think that's very interesting. Far from cold. Far from cold. Now, I'll be honest with you. They would say that back before this. And I've always believed that they have more information, right? That they have more information than what they have said. I just think that they've been, whether it's stuck on, not finding Summer or something else. But, hey, Carrie, good to see you. The most promising part is the FBI is involved, and we know that for sure now. Bingo. Yes. Yeah.
Greeneville last week. That's about 10 miles from where Summer went missing. Officials didn't say if anything came out of that lead. It's been 4 years since the 5-year-old disappeared from her Hawkins County home. If you know anything that could lead to answers, call 1-800-TBI-FIND. Well, this morning.
All right, so that was pretty much that. Okay, so I want to show you this article before we get into back when. And there's an article out that here it is. This is from 2017, by the way. Large crowds enjoy first Hawkins County Fair. And this is New Canton. Hundreds of people poured into the camp grounds here on Friday and Saturday for the first Hawkins County agricultural fair in modern history. The fair has hosted by the congregations of Hope Community Church Worship Center in Allendale, Bulls Gap, and Surgeonsville, and was open from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. both days with free admission for all. The fair opened with Boy Scouts raising the American flag, followed by prayer at the flagpole. In addition, a huge American flagpole suspended from a raised ladder of Mount Carmel fire engine greeted fairs goers as they entered the property. Doug Messer, pastor of Hope Community Church Allendale campus, told the Review in August that the agriculture-themed event would be family affair with fun of all ages, and he delivered on the promise of on Friday and Saturday. Quote, "We will have everything from livestock exhibitions to produce and canned goods on display," Messer said in August. There will also be gardening expositions, live musics all day, both days, and plenty of prize ribbons. There was all that and more. On the agricultural side, the fair featured horses, goats, chickens, and tractor shows, along with displays by local craftsmen and artists and local farmers. Hawkins County beekeepers were on hand with honey for sale, and beehives display a traditional blacksmith shop, soap makers, and rides in a mule-drawn wagon. Family farm products from canned vegetables and fruits to fresh produce, such a pumpkin and other crops, are also on display. On Saturday, Hawkins County Board of Education member Techie Hicks displayed his agricultural knowledge by judging the chicken show. Also on Saturday, here we go. Also on Saturday, Paul Hill, who lives at the Green-Hawkins County line on Van Hill Road, was on hand with his mare, mules, Daisy, and Blondie, and his custom-built riding plow. With the help of Daisy and Blondie, Hill plowed up a garden-sized piece of ground. Hill said he plans to rebuild the plow, which features a reclining automobile seat from which he directs his mules team. And there was no lack of entertainment, with singers, musicians, and dancers performing in the Camp Hope's amphitheater both days. Let me see here if they mention him anymore. Okay. Yeah, okay. So, but I thought this was kind of interesting. As this was 2017, and he, this Paul guy, who lives on the, again, Green-Hawkins County line on Van Hill Road, was on hand with his mare mules, Daisy and Blondie, and his custom-built riding plow. With the help of Daisy and Blondie, Hill plowed up the garden spot piece of ground. Hill said he plans to rebuild the plow, which features a reclining automobile seat from which his mule team. He's got a lot of he has a lot of heavy equipment. This guy does. He does. People also said he has a what is it? A pig farm. You know what I mean? Oh, thank you, Ryan. Thank you, my friend. Good to see you. Thank you so much, Ryan. Very kind of you. Thank you so very much. Thank you so much, Ryan. And thank you for everything you're doing as well. I know it's a lot. It's a lot, to say the least. Tell Jen hello for me as well, please. Thank you. Good to see you. And thank you very much, Miss Joyous. Love you, darling. Appreciate you. I'm glad you're okay. I was worried about you. Thank you so much. If you receive one of those Pearl memberships, make sure you thank our dear Miss Joyous. Give her love. Lots of love. One second. Was that Pearl? Okay. Did you just calmly say he's got a pig farm and heavy equipment? I did. Yes. Mm-hmm. Do you want me to scream it? He's got a fucking pig farm and he's got heavy equipment. Oh my God, how does pig farms always end up in these cases? Yeah. I know. Okay, so I want to go over what Fred Hill said on when he first met Ziggy. Hold on, guys. Bear with me 1 second. I apologize. I'm so sorry. I do apologize for that. I've got family in, and I thought somebody was yelling for me or something, but no, we're good. Okay. You should have sound now, Boo Sheet. You should have sound now. Do you hear sound? Okay. Yeah, we just covered that widow. Don said we didn't want any drama, as if the FBI and the TBI deal with drama. Come on now. Okay, guys, hit that thumbs up button. Would really appreciate it. We get to 1,000, we get to have a chicken party. You don't want to miss the chicken party. So I'm going to go back in a lot of this, and I'm digging through interviews, things people have said, and I want to see what Fred said in the beginning. I want to see what Andy said in the beginning, what everyone said in the beginning. I think it's a very, very important original story. Original. And that's something that we're going to do today. So, by the way, I forgot to say this. Did y'all know, which again, I'm going to tell you, I don't think he has anything to do with it personally, but at all whatsoever. But Mr. Lawson had a 1997 Toyota Tacoma. And I've got the receipt on it as well. Did y'all know that? Oh crap, 1 second. Did y'all know that? Okay, let me show you this before we get to that. Here is a photo of Mr. Paul Hill. Here we go. Paul Hill takes a break on the seat of his custom-built plow behind his mules, Blondie, I'll zoom in for you, and Daisy during the county fair. Now, again, there has been nobody. This was in 2017, by the way, 2017. That is the sheriff of Hawkins County. Nobody has been named a person of interest or anything, so I just want to make that clear. Yeah, there's a Nissan truck there, but there's probably a lot of parked people there as well. And I just read you that article. By the way, 1 second. Got some more stuff. But yeah. 1 second. There is a let me show you. I'll show you this. I just need to edit out something before I show it, just to show you the receipts that I'm truthful. Again, obviously, I don't think the sheriff, I'm not a big fan of Ronnie Lawson, but I don't believe he did anything to Summer, in my opinion. But I just found it, I mean, a Toyota Tacoma is a pretty, it's a pretty, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. But I don't think it was red. I think his was tan or something like that. Come on, man. Let's get on. Okay. All right, here we go. Bear with me. I just got to delete some of this stuff. So, there we go. We don't dox anybody. Here we go. Check this out. Now, Mr. Hill, he has a son now, and he has taken over the business. But 1996 Toyota Tacoma, estimated value $7,747, and I took out the E and the L to his name, just to, not dox anybody per se. And it says Ronnie Olson, and then you can see here Rogersville, Tennessee. I just found that interesting. Oh, thank you, Cassie. Thank you, love. I'm beginning to think that quite a few people have info about Summer. I don't know. Did they bring a psychic? What do you mean, Joe? I don't know what you mean by that. Okay. All right. Let's move along here. And I really believe the first interviews are the most essential in someone's first account. That's when their mind's the freshest. That's when they people change things for different reasons. Some because they're lying, some because attention, some because they're just damn ornery. Okay. So this interview was Ziggy. Mods, you can drop her channel, and please and thank you. And this was the first time she had talked to Fred Hill. Now, what I find interesting, I have personally never thought Fred or Andy had anything to do with. That was just my opinion, and I am just one of 7 billion on the planet, and everyone's got an opinion. I will say now, knowing this, this guy is Hill, and again, we have no idea if he has anything whatsoever to do with Summer's case, but I do find it intriguing at the very least. Out of the last 4.5 years, the FBI, TBI, and local law enforcement was there just last week. It's the only time it's ever happened in 4.5 years. And going back, I do find it interesting, and you'll hear Fred say it here, that Candace was down there. There was a dog hit down there, and Dawn was down there after Summer went missing. And again, I do find that very, very interesting, and you can hear it for yourself. Okay, credit goes to Miss Ziggy.
He starts walking towards me, okay? And so that's why I'm getting out. Huh?
Okay, just gonna get.
How are you, Ed? Okay. Just the man I've been wanting to see. So Don Wells talks really highly of you, doesn't he? He likes to throw you under the bus, doesn't he?
I don't know. Right off the rip.
Nobody. I've been trying to get a hold of you. Everybody wants to hear from you and what.
Get down, Stacey.
What?
Get to the house. Go on.
What
Go on.
your?
Go.
Now,
Shoot up all over you.
Yeah, I don't care. It's okay. Hey, sorry. I wanted to talk to you that time. You passed me. I was too scared to talk.
I ain't nothing like everybody they thought.
No.
now, it's kind of interesting. This is, I guess, the first time Ziggy ever met Fred Hill. Fred was with another woman at the time. Her name was Laura. And now Ziggy and Fred are married. This is the first time they met in person. And they are actually married now. She is in Tennessee here, and I guess he moved, the state that she lives in.
No. So you're the infamous Fred that.
Yeah.
So why does Dawn have such a problem with you?
I have no idea. Because I know a lot, I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
You
So
know
what
what
do
I
you
mean?
know?
And, I mean,
Okay.
I'm investigating.
You know
this,
Cristiano? You know Cristiano? Sandy Creek.
Okay. Oh.
You don't know? Okay.
No, I
I
just want
don't
to.
know hardly nobody.
I'm not.
I mean, really. I mean, I don't get around much. I stay right here and don't hardly travel.
I came by early, read it. It didn't look like anybody was here. So why?
But I was down here
So what
picking up a trailer.
So why do you say you know too much? So what do you know about
I
Dawn Wells?
mean, they're guilty as hell. I
You
mean,
think? What do you think?
I mean, within 3 hours he was here, and
Okay.
I was gone when the little girl went missing.
Okay. So 2 things right there. Fred says within 3 hours of Summer going missing, Dawn was down there at his house. Now, Candace left the property allegedly a couple times after Summer went missing that day. And there is allegedly one time Candace went, all the way down through the holler. And for anyone who's ever been on Ben Hill Road, it's like a dead end. There's no way you can, it's only a one way for a car. And Fred was the next to the last house there on Ben Hill Road. And allegedly, you're going to hear him say that Candace was down there looking for, I guess, Summer. But why did she stop there? She didn't stop at any other properties when Summer was missing. So I find that interesting. There's a lot of, not a lot of properties, but there's several properties on Ben Hill Road. They're spread out and all that. But why? Okay. And then the next thing that I'm going to say here is that Fred says he is gone. And that's his words. Fred says he is gone the day or while Summer is missing, shows up missing.
Well, there's a friend of mine come, and Candace was walking off my driveway before she even called 911.
So she was.
It's like you're trying to set me up for some reason. That's what I.
Okay. Again, let me see if I can make this tag smaller. Because that's interesting what he's saying there. Okay. Can I make this bigger? Let's close captions. We can make it bigger, can't we? Okay. He says that Candace.
And Candace was walking off my driveway.
He said there was a friend of mine, I guess, at his house. Now, who is this friend? Who is this friend? Now, I'll tell you what first went in my head when I was listening to this earlier today. I thought, does anyone know who this friend was? Anyone in chat know who this friend was that was supposedly there? It was Chad, right? It was supposed to be Chad. Allegedly. And, you know, I was thinking today, I was like, well, is this Fred's cousin? But I've always heard Chad Arnold as well. So, but again, there's no cameras. We don't know. But he says Candace is down at his house. Fred and Laura are gone at the time. And that's how Fred knows about Candace was down there.
Before she even called 911. I come, and Candace was walking off my driveway before she even called 911.
And he says, Candace is walking off my driveway before she even called 911. Yeah, Chad Arnold's dead. Yeah. Which, I mean, people might look a little bit before they call and 911, look for their kids a few minutes, but you're not going to drive to the end of the holler before you call 911, in my opinion. So I don't know.
So she was.
It's like you're trying to set me up for some reason. That's what I feel.
Now, I don't know why they would. I mean, I guess it seems like he's a little paranoid there. It looks like she's like, it sounds like they're trying to set me up or something. How can they set you up if you are gone? Like you were gone. You have an alibi. You can't, like, if you're on the interstate when Summer went missing, obviously you didn't have anything to do with it. You were at a store when Summer went missing.
Was she acting like she was looking for Summer?
Yeah, that's what she was acting when my friend came.
So did
he said that she was walking off the driveway, walking.
Was she by herself?
Yeah.
Now, this is interesting to me. Fred says that she was walking. Now, was she walking? I don't think so. My personal opinion, I don't think so. But I will say this. In the 911 call, the dispatch, mother had went for a walk. The mom went for a walk. So that's all I mean, it is, I guess it is a possibility. But I don't know why Candace would not take her car when she was seen going up and down the hill a couple times. Yes. We all know that Mama. That's why Ellie searched that property. People have nothing but nice things to say about him. Who's that? I see him. No, I don't see her walking either. But
You
I
think
just
she
wanted to note
walked?
it.
No, she drove her vehicle down there, didn't she?
She was walking.
She walked all the way from Ben Hill to here.
I did that.
Okay.
Ron, he was home that day too.
Was he? Do you
Yes.
think he was?
Yeah, and went to work that evening. At a Candace got there.
So
It's hard to understand him the way he talks.
away from Ben Hill to here.
I did that.
Okay.
Ron, he was home that day too.
Was he? Do you
Yes.
think he was?
Yeah, and went to work that evening. At a Candace got there.
So you think he was home that day?
Yeah, I know he was.
Where? Oh, you
I know
saw him?
for a fact.
He says Don was home that day. And he says, yeah, I know he was. Because he says he saw him, which is interesting. Which property are you talking about? I see you.
Yeah,
Where'd you see him at?
at his house. Because I was in that, hauling junk that day. I was hauling a bunch of old cars and stuff out. And like Andy, he was in here that day.
Now he says he was hauling junk off that day. So Fred's alibi is him and his girlfriend, or at the time, Laura, that they were hauling off junk cars that day. Oh, gotcha. I see you. And he sees Dawn that morning, and I think that afternoon as well. However, does anyone know if Fred actually went? I knew he was going to the scrapyard that evening, and they showed up late to the scrapyard, and the scrapyard had already closed. Did they go to any other scrapyards during that day?
I want to talk to him. Can you?
And he's why I said, "Damn, he's at work." He ain't.
So,
Because he was in here at 3 o'clock.
so does
Because I had to pull over and let him by.
Okay. Now, this is where Fred claims that Andy was on the road that day. Now, who is Andy? Andy lives closer to Don and Candace, where Summer, close to the closest neighbor to Summer and Don and Candace's home. But the thing about Andy supposedly being on the road that day, or around about the time Summer went missing, is he was at work. He was at work and cops have made it in no uncertain terms that he was at work that day. He was seen on camera. And someone called Hawkins County a while back. I can't remember who it was. And they were saying, they were like, do you want to, something about Andy? And they said, we're not interested in Andy. We know where he was. So I personally don't think Andy was on the road that day until someone can show me an actual receipt and not hearsay. I'm going with what authorities say. Right. Andy called about Andy Bam? What do you mean killer? I mean, Andy worked, quite a bit of ways away from where he lived. And it would be very hard, in my opinion, for Andy to get away like that.
They had Toyota truck?
No.
That's Jody's mom's.
You guys
thank
say
you.
that she had a
See,
report.
see, that's why they don't like me. Just like when he went and got that Coke, he come right here to try to get me to do Coke with him. I turned around.
Now, Don, it's no secret that Don likes the Coca-Cola. Loves it. Loves a lot of that stuff. But Fred here, in my opinion, he may not be clean at this moment during this interview. I don't know. But he was dealing at times himself. And, when you're in active addiction, you may not be in the right headspace either. So I think he might be a little paranoid.
Wait, was it when he claimed that he went to
$2,000.
Yes, that was on my YouTube channel. I have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, he was doing it himself.
Yeah, you remember he said we were like, "You're not the crack fairy, Don. You weren't going around." He told me that he bought $2,000 worth of
I'm
crack.
supposed to be the meth dealer.
Yeah, well, he's trying to distract.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? It's not about.
I haven't, Ryan. I mean, I think a hit and run is possible, but the only way, in my opinion, a hit and run would be possible is if the parents were in on it. Like, they could obviously get in trouble too. Oh my God, we didn't watch her or whatever, because they had CPS at their door the day before, allegedly. I think that would be the only way. Like, fuck, we wasn't watching her, and now someone hit her with a car, so we both might get in trouble. Because Don and Candace, their stories just don't work. You know what I mean? Like, their stories just don't work. You know what I mean? It would have had to have been, why the lies? That's the question. Yeah, it would have had to been from neglect. Yeah. So personally, that's the only way I can see like a hit and run possible, is like, oh my God, we're going to get in trouble too. Because of just the lies and the stuff that they've done over the last 4.5 years.
Who cares about who's doing what drugs? He's just trying to distract.
I know.
You know what I mean? And
I feel like that Summer Beat would. I feel like she's fucking around. That's the way I feel. Way they talk. I mean, within 3 hours, he's gonna say she's dead. No remorse, no nothing. I mean, just.
You saw him. So you saw
They
him
come here
after they called 911. He came here.
Yeah.
What is he saying? He talks so quick.
Just trying to distract.
I know.
You know what I mean? And
I feel like that Summer Beat would. I feel like she's stuck around. That's the way I feel, way they talk. I mean, within 3 hours, he done say she's dead.
Within
No remorse, no nothing. I mean, just.
So this is the part I'm talking about where Fred says that Don was down at his house, and Don has said he was down at his house too. 3 hours after Summer went missing. And Don's talking about, I'll see her in the resurrection, all of this. Not talking like she's a missing child, but like something has happened. Right? Like something would have or has happened to Summer. Their first interview, day 13, when they did their first interview, it was using a lot of past tense. Like that because of an accident. Well, so Celeste, what I call them when it's an accident, like a kid falls in the bathtub and they hurt their head or something, a concussion, like a really, really bad concussion or something. You parents call for an accident. They do call for an accident. But then I call others neglectful accidents, meaning a parent does rugs in the home and they're neglectful with where they keep their stash of rugs, or they leave it sitting out. Well, they didn't necessarily mean for their child to get a hold of that drugs, right? But it happened, and they can get in a lot of trouble because their child, for instance, died. That is what I call a neglectful accident. You didn't intentionally mean to hurt your kid. It happened because you were neglectful. So I call those neglectful accidents. And neglectful accidents, people do hide. Because, again, you get in trouble for the death of a child, the neglect for the child, that kind of thing. So, there's that.
You saw him. So you saw
They
him
come here.
after they called 911. He came here.
Yeah, 3 hours.
And what was he doing? Was he high or
Yeah, he
drunk?
was drinking and stuff. It didn't act like he was nothing, you know.
And what did he tell you?
He just talking about religion and stuff, and talking about at least he gets here during the resurrection and all that.
That's totally what
they
you
told
would
me
say.
right there that.
So when you say got gone, do you mean he?
So, yes, that's what Dawn used to say. Summer got gone. Got gone. Very interesting. Brings back so many things of interviews that Dawn has said, and Candace, particularly Dawn. But yeah, it's very, I don't even know what to say with this. Dawn would say all the time that he would see her in the resurrection, and Summer got gone. Fred is saying here.
Yeah, or dead.
Well, no, he said she drowned. He feels like she drowned.
Oh, she drowned.
That's what he feels like. That they're covering
just
up.
like that one picture of her. There's a picture on YouTube and stuff.
Backseat?
Her at top of the water, and then she's about 2 feet under, and then she's about outside, and she's just floating like that.
Oh.
I believe personally that Dawn had the boys that day. There is nothing that will pretty much convince me otherwise. I don't believe the boys were at the house there by themselves that day. As crappy as Dawn and Candace were, the one thing that I can say is they never left them home. alone like that. They just didn't. They never left those kids home like that by themselves, because first of all, CPS was there all the time. All of the time. And CPS was there the day before. They just never left them there. And also the kids would fight and all that. And I'm sure Don and Candace at that time was probably like, we don't even know if we'll come home to a house with, these kids out in the country. And, they're just country boys. And those boys were with Don. They were with Don. Don was at his house the day Summer went missing. He absolutely was.
On that TikTok video with Hunter. So did those people, you remember those people that were down here? Like, I'm not part of that group. I came at a bad time.
See, when Don and all them were in here, where that shed is, they put a thing away. They took and put a 4 by 8 piece of plywood up, advertising safes and stuff. I mean, whatever you want, just like, yeah.
With Summer?
Well, with
what's mini
Rose,
chat?
she was in on it.
Rose, like who?
Rose Black. No, that's missing.
So before, you knew Rose Black?
Huh?
You knew Rose Black?
Yeah. Yeah, she was in on that prostitution.
And this part right here is 100% not true. Now, Fred could have been confused with someone else, but Candace's sister was not there on Ben Hill Road ever, that I'm aware of, ever. Rose Bly. And he's saying, yeah, like Rose Bly was down there. No. Rose wasn't there. Hey, Joyce, what do you mean about the mini chat? What's the mini chat? I want to know.
So you've known him for 10 years or more?
Yeah, I've lived here all my life.
So how did he end up over here?
That I don't know.
So he used to advertise like...
See, he drove his mom crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, put recording devices and stuff all under her house and stuff, and just torment her to death. I mean, it's the stupid shit, you know?
That's just my daughter in there. I didn't know if it was safe until, but now you're cool and stuff. And I'm so
glad. Like the man I shot down.
The phone, gotcha.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Are you the one that shot somebody in the neck?
Yeah. See, I didn't even know him when I went to court. He thought I was somebody else. He pulls up. I mean, he comes in here earlier at night. He owns property on up in the Hollow, and the man that owned my uncle owned that place. That's my grandmother's place. And when she passed away, one of my uncles ended up with it. Well, they had a little gunplay up at the pool.
Okay.
And then he thought I was James.
What did he say right there about his uncle? Here and demanded on my uncle in that place. That's where my grandmother.
When she passed away, one of my uncles ended up with it. Well, they had a little gunplay up at the pool. And then he thought I was James, you see. He even went and got his 18-year-old daughter and brought her back, put her driving coming in, put her right into danger.
Are you talking about Don?
No, I'm talking about
the guy you got in this altercation with him, and that's what happened. You shot him, and did he pass away, or he didn't pass away?
He put 10 rounds for us.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody puts me out like I'm so bad. And
no, you seem like a great, nice guy.
Yeah.
You
and I'm nothing like the rest of them. I mean, that's why they don't like me, because I'm straight up.
Did the other guy, did those other groups come over here and talk to you?
No.
So am I?
You're the first one, other than TBI.
Well,
see, I mean, even the cadaver dog stuff struck all the way up my driveway. But see, Dawn had been here.
Okay,
yeah, so
did you hear that?
You told TBI?
He just says, the cadaver dogs went up my driveway. They could have just been messing with his head. Who dat, Rose? Yeah. Now, that's interesting, if true.
Don had been here that day?
Yeah. I mean, the cadaver dog, they was here when talking to me, and they come up the road, and it was hitting about the bridge right there hard. They come up the road and went all the way up to that farthest vehicle you see on top, and was hitting on it. They never even opened the door, but they ain't nothing in. I've looked, but I found some bones earlier.
Okay. So he said they went up and hit, I think, next to a building or something like that. We're live, Grubby. Yes. So, very interesting. Now, if you go over the accident with like the hit by the car kind of thing, I personally, just my opinion, feel like, again, there would have to be what's the word, like, the parents would have to be tied to it somehow, in my opinion. And the reason is because of things like this.
Okay, I'm not understanding what you're saying. Can you?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, just the time that you called her that day, about what time was that?
Like, how far in between calls, between you and her having that call when she's picking up prescriptions to she's calling you saying Summer's missing? Do you know how long?
Yeah, I honestly can't say, but I remember, the only thing that I can remember, it was thinking, well, I might as well just work late because they're busy doing other things and there's no point in me going home because I don't want to go home and sit there by myself. So I figured
He didn't want to go home and sit there by himself. But there were 3 boys home. You see, that's the thing. There were 3 boys home, according to Don and Candace. I might as well work late because I don't want to go home and sit alone. Don had those kids that day.
I just worked late that day. And that's, yeah.
Okay. And why did Don call?
I have no idea. He just called. I don't even know if he was working at the time.
Listen.
Okay.
But if he was working, he obviously wouldn't know that there was some dude looking at the little kid.
Now, this is Hunter. He was with Candace that day. And he said, I don't even know if he was working that day. Which, in my opinion, I think he did know if he was working that day or not. I think he does know more. If he was working that day or not, just the way he openly says that. Oh, crap. There we go.
And why did Don call?
I have no idea. He just called. I don't even know if he was working at the time.
Okay.
But if he was working, he obviously wouldn't know that there was some dude looking at the little kid.
So Hunter says at they're in Candace, Hunter, and Summer are in the car. They're picking up Candace's medicine at Walgreens. And they're in the drive-thru, and Candace says, shh, 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 shh. Y'all be quiet. Don's calling. And Don calls and says, there is someone up at the house trying to touch the boys. Okay. And the question always was, well, how would Don know that if he was at work? How would he know that?
Well, everyone knows you called your wife. Could you kind of give us a little details about that? Do you kind of remember, was it morning, afternoon, later afternoon when you
Listen.
called her? Do you remember how that conversation went at all? Because Hunter's saying you called about, two people touching children or whatever. So could you kind of tell us if you remember what time the call was and how that conversation went?
Well, the only thing I know is, I call her from time to time just to see what she's doing, and she said that she's taking care of some prescriptions or whatever. It seemed to me that it was later than that, but because I made up my mind, well, they're busy doing this and whatever, I may as well just stay late at work. So I was working late.
Hey, Don.
Hey.
Your wife messaged me and said that you was at home in a 3 o'clock hour, and I have that as evidence. She did not want nobody to know you was at home.
Listen to him.
That's not true. How could she message you that if that's not the case? That don't even...
Don, your wife said you was at home at 3 o'clock in the evening, and she told me, and I've got, evidence on that. That's not true. Like, took him 30 seconds to get out. You can just hear the fucking wheels spinning. The woman there that you hear, that's Jenna. She I don't know if she's still a creator or not, but she used to be a creator.
You have...
She was a friend of mine.
Precisely. And that's what
All right, and here's the receipts. And this is from Jenna and Candace. But Donnie is not a bad person either. I've been with him 14 years. It's okay. Nobody mad at you. I'm sorry. I've seen your pain, plus the pain he put you through. When he does his lives, it's like all you. I can't read what the fuck that means. Then he has people thinking you're a monster. It's okay. This is the point right here. Did you tell someone that Donnie was home at 3 the day Summer went missing? No, not 3. What time did you say? And it'll go to the next one. No, not 3. What time did you say? 3:30 or 4, but you didn't see him. I told that didn't come from you. Okay. I'm sorry I was taking up for you. He's got people thinking you're a monster and you're not. I know, hun. Please don't be mad. I love you so much. There you go. Okay. Now, what's the creepy? I can't think of his name right now. The creepy flute player. What's his name? I'm trying to think of his name. The creepy flute player guy. Tim. David Dotson. Thank you. Not Tim. He said emphatically that Candace told him that she took the boys and Summer and Hunter swimming that day. That they were all together. And they pushed back on it and they said, Are you sure? Because she only took Hunter and maybe Grandis, and he's like, no, she told me that it was her boys, and she showed me pictures. I always found that interesting. Means someone's lying somewhere.
So they was at the lake, and
Listen.
then Hunter and his, I guess they went, she called and says, come by the house, and then she begged to take Hunter to the lake with them so they could swim a little bit. Yeah. Seen them videos, and then
Listen.
I took her back, and it says everything was okay, that situation between them.
Yeah. Which situation?
Sir.
Which situations?
Do you hear that?
I took her back, and it says everything was
I took her back. Why would Don be taking her back anywhere? Don says he was at work. I took her back. And he says the next thing. Realizes what he said and quickly skips past it, changing the subject
situation between them.
Yeah.
to distract.
Her back, and it says everything was okay, that situation between them.
Everything was okay, that situation between them. This is where he's got lips redder than my lipstick. So, what is up with his lips there? I mean, does Coke make your lips red or something? Realizes what he said and quickly skips past it, changing the subject to distract. Yotuba. Emily and Candace relationship, yeah, pretty much. Lakeside Mamacita, how you doing, baby? Love you to pieces. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you, baby. Appreciate you very, very much. Good to see you, baby. Alcohol. He's burning his lips from that pipe, that hot pipe. Man, you and Daniel would be best friends. Listen what he says there, though. I slow things down sometimes so you can comprehend it better if you just slow it down a little bit.
By the house, and she called and says, come by the house, and she begged to take Hunter to the lake with them so they could swim a little bit. Yeah. Seen them videos, and then I took her back, and it says everything was okay, that situation between them.
Yeah. Which situation?
Sir.
Sir.
Which situation,
Sir. Trying to buy more time.
This is all our property here to the left.
Okay. This is a drive. Don did a drive one time. If anybody's got that video, please send me a link to that. I would love that, to see that video again. I think I've only seen it once. But of the path that he drove the day Summer went missing. Now listen to what he says here. Listen to what he says here.
All this, our house is up there on top. All this is our property. So
we turned, I turned. So we turned, I turned. Was it on chairs? This is him supposedly going back to the house that day. So we turned, I turned. He saves it really, really quick. Is that the chimney top? I think so, Ryan. I think so. Yeah. Yeah, I need to pull that and see and look at that. I'm going back through all of these.
Straight away in here. There was never somebody that just disappeared without a clue that I know of. I'm sure it happens.
Now, this is one of Don's first interviews. This was actually an interview done from the newspaper, but it was recorded, and it was God Summer had not been missing a couple days max. I think by the time he did this interview.
Nothing I've ever seen in my life. Well, when there's an abduction, I mean, what else would you call it? Yeah, disappearing. I don't understand that. You know, but yeah, if somebody was either hiding in the weeds there, waiting for either come in the basement. But yeah, I mean, we weren't 30. They weren't 30 feet away when she got gone.
Okay. First of all, where they live, there is nobody that's just going to wait in the weeds on top of a mountain. People who actually kidnap kids, and again, kidnapping kids is, or anybody for that matter, is very, very, very rare from someone that doesn't know you. It's extremely rare. The only one that I know of that I've covered is Michael Vaughn. That's it. The rest, it's somebody that knows them or, family. But here he says, we weren't 30 feet. They weren't 30 feet away when she got gone. I'm not surprised he called after the search. He wanted info. Yeah. Now, he was supposedly, he says, at work when Summer went missing.
Yeah. I mean, maybe 40 at the most. Right. I don't know.
Saw that night. How well do you know him? And do you know why he was out there around your boys?
Yeah, a lot of our neighbors heard, us screaming Summer's name, and so I think I don't know. I don't know for sure because I wasn't there. But
This one's the best one. A lot of our neighbors heard us screaming Summer's name. Now, I don't know for sure because I wasn't there. He slips. If you don't think this man doesn't know something, listen to that again.
Was out there around your boys?
yeah, a lot of our neighbors heard, us screaming Summer's name, and so I think I don't know. I don't know for sure because I wasn't there. But our neighbors heard,
your boys.
Yeah, a lot of our neighbors heard, us screaming Summer's name, and so I think I don't know. I don't know for sure because I wasn't there. But I've known.
Yeah. He sounds like D. Yes. Yeah. A lot of our neighbors heard us screaming.
I've known him for.
Oh, he's not driving. He's not driving there. He's just sitting in his truck.
I mean, if you've said everything, I'm not looking into the church people to make you angry. I'm looking into the church people because they were some of the last people around your daughter, Donald.
No, they weren't around her at all. We was at our house and nobody was here but me. I wasn't here.
So when Robin.
There he was. There he says it. Again, he is confirming again that he was at the house. Nobody was here but no, Cher, they wasn't. Nobody was here but me. I wasn't here. Dawn, you have admitted to people that you were home. Everyone knows it, Dawn. Give it up. He's arguing with Cher there, and he
Into the church people to make you angry. I'm looking into the church people because they were some of the last people around your daughter, Donald.
No, they weren't around her at all. We was at our house and nobody was here but me. I wasn't here.
So when Robin tells Chris McDonough in that interview, and she said,
I didn't want to go home and sit by myself. Well, you wouldn't have been home by yourself. The boys were there. Hunter is confused. He thinks Dawn was home. Candace messages Jenna saying Dawn was home. I took her back, meaning Dawn took Summer back. We turned here. We weren't 30 feet away when Summer got gone. A lot of our neighbors heard us screaming Summer. Nobody was here but me. I wasn't here.
For some odd reason that I don't understand. My oldest boy, though, he'll stop out from time to time and say he misses his sister, stuff. But, your mind has a way of forgetting every now and then. I find myself doing it too. Every now and then but then it comes flooding all back, of course, Yeah. I might get away from it for about 15, 20 seconds, but it'll all come back.
and he goes, yeah, but like I said before, you've been through hell. Me too. Most people cannot understand certain things unless they've been through hell. I never thought I'd be in this situation after all I've been through. God has a plan, I'm sure. As long as we trust him, he promises to work it out for good. I just don't know how I can possibly get over my daughter. I just don't see how. Never expected anything like her. Now just gone. Why do you have to get over your daughter, though? Like, if a kidnapper
Well, I'm too honest for this. I'm trying to get the text message of him admitting that he was there.
has her and she's alive and someone just took her, why do you have to get over her? You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, like I said before, you've been through hell. Me too. Most people cannot understand certain things unless you've been through hell. I never thought I'd be in this situation after all I've been through. God has a plan, I'm sure, as long as we trust him. He promises to work it out for good. I just don't know how I can possibly get over my daughter. I just don't see how. Never expected anything like her. Now, just gone. One of 7 alibis, yeah.
Wells says he himself has been a victim of online speculation, as he says some have claimed he is involved. Did you have anything to do with your daughter's disappearance?
This is weird.
Well,
This is the weirdest interview I think he's done. Don't forget, Don Wells told us in chat early on. We asked what he did for what he had for lunch that day. I went to the dollar store and bought a bunch of junk. We said when he said around 3. Yeah. Yeah. Listen to him here. It's so weird.
He himself has been a victim of online speculation, as he says some have claimed
How he
he
answers.
is involved. Did you have anything to do with your daughter's disappearance?
Well, I'm at work all day, every day. I love my daughter with all my heart, and I try to love everybody. And it's been a real experience, me turning to YouTube for help and seeing the nature. I've never seen anything like this in my life, so it's been quite a lesson to me. I've never been on YouTube or Facebook or anything. I probably never will again if I can help it, but it's been quite an experience. It's been very educational. I've learned a lot.
So, yes or no to the question?
Okay. Oh, well, no.
They haven't accused you of candidate.
Yeah. Yep. So answer the question, yes or no? Yes. No. Thank you, Raz.
Or anything, right? Guys, I heard
Man,
about.
Hey, you have to. I have 7 alibis.
What?
If not more. Baby, don't break my fucking door. Come on.
Don't break my
I
fucking
have
door.
7 alibis.
Can.
I have 7 alibis. Candace ain't got none. She's going down.
Oh my God, that was a crazy night.
Candace, I'm gonna have to ask you some hard questions. I told you this. Did you do anything to Summer?
No.
Do you know what happened to Summer?
No.
Do you know who took Summer?
No.
Anybody in your family involved with this?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Not that I'm aware of. That is not how only guilty people generally say, not that I'm aware of. Generally. Yeah, that is LTL. 1 second here. Don Don loves to get people riled up. By the way, like he enjoys that. Do you guys remember when he what did he do? He said he was in jail and he called his Candace called the sister. You guys remember that? Let me see this. TL Summer. And they lied on that just for why is it not doing it? Hold on 1 second. Okay. 1 second. I don't know what the hell it's doing here. Make sure maybe that one was it. Okay.
We want to reiterate that the circumstance.
Watch this. The first hour, June 15th, 2021.
And so, anyway, when she pulls up, she's on the phone with Donnie. Donnie.
So this is Jody Sue. She was the closest neighbor to Summer and Dawn and Candace and all of them, the Wells family up on the hill. And she was around that day. Summer went missing and she was looking for Summer.
I was on the phone with her and I didn't even realize the time. It just didn't hit me. But the first thing I said to Candace is I heard her scream, I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Now Jody says she heard someone screaming, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Okay. Now to me, that if that is true, it sounds like some sort of accident happened.
And then I realized Donnie's on the phone. And Donnie says something like, "So you're telling me somebody's taking my baby girl or something?" And I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't know, I didn't put it together, enough time, like, right?
Hold on, is Jody saying that?
No, I didn't know. And Donnie says something like, "So you're telling me somebody's taking my baby girl or something?" And I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't know, I didn't put it together, enough time, like, right?
Yeah, and you said that she seemed did not even.
No, I mean, just like when he come at night within 3 hours of her missing and stuff. Only thing he even mentioned about her was these two get to see her during resurrection. It's the only thing he said.
He says that to
He
me
was
all the
talking like she's already deceased and everything at that time. I mean, like he,
And you, huh?
And no remorse, no nothing. I mean, no signs. If it'd been my kid, I'd been.
Right. And
They'd had me locked up somewhere already.
Wow.
As we've stated before, the circumstances surrounding Summer's disappearance remain unclear. So if we do develop information that she was taken and we develop a suspect and a vehicle description, of course, we will share that with the public immediately. At this time, that's just not the case. So we'll take a couple of questions.
Hold on, what? She's saying right there.
As we've stated before, the circumstances surrounding Summer's disappearance remain unclear. So if we do develop information that she was taken and we develop a suspect and a vehicle description, of course, we will share that with the public immediately. At this time, that's just not the case. So we'll
Got
take a couple of questions.
Nobody took her. They had the card team, the FBI card team, out there, and the FBI card team is specially trained FBI. There's only about 50 max in the United States, and 2 to 3 about does 2 to 3 FBI agents do 2 to 3 different, regional states. And because they get there quickly. And the card team came in and they found absolutely nothing that Summer had been abducted whatsoever. None.
I saw where Friday night after sundown they called everybody back. Yeah, there was some sort of tip or something. And we seen, blue lights up and down Beach Creek, and the helicopter flew till like 4 in the morning, looking around, so we was up till 4 in the morning being hopeful that they, find something, but there's nothing. Yeah. My personal opinion is maybe some human trafficking ring seen her on Facebook and tracked her down, like some kind of, somebody is taking her out of the area, and I don't know whether it's human trafficking ring or what or who, but I mean, I knew from the first day she wasn't in the area, right?
If I was Don and Candace and, I wasn't involved or anything, and I truly didn't know what happened, and Summer just went downstairs, I would have thought Summer walked off before I would have ever thought someone came up on the hill and took her. It's a creator. She doesn't do many videos. Taylor. Um because where they live, it's just nobody is going to climb up on that mountain, be so far away from their vehicle or anything. A lot can go wrong, right? Oh yeah, exactly. Like I said, from day one, he said that, someone took our daughter, someone abducted our daughter. It's crazy.
Do you have hope for Summer being found? Well, I have hope, but statistically speaking, and looking at it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I have never heard a father speak like he speaks on his missing daughter. And I'm just going to say the things because he says it. He will say things like someone has came, took her, beat the hell out of her, hit her in the head with a hammer. This is his 5-year-old little girl. I don't even know how he says that shit.
A tough thing to think about. Well, yeah, of course. I'd feel for anybody in that position. I'm sure you would too. Any kid that's being tortured or hurt in any way, and missing their parents and their good friends in church and stuff like that, just unimaginable what she's going through. Yeah. Summer be okay. And please come home. It's been rough, but we know, we believe in the resurrection.
Wells also spoke about his gut feeling about Summer's whereabouts.
This is Summer's brother. And this was right after Summer vanished. And it's like he knows more. I swear. Poor kid.
Some bad person grabbed it, but we have no idea.
Summer is still missing, and we are more concerned than ever and desperate to find her. TBI agents continue to work with the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office and the FBI in an effort to determine what happened to Summer. We are utilizing all available resources to include the FBI's Child Abduction Rapid Deployment Team. We want to reiterate that the circumstances leading to Summer's disappearance remain unclear, which is why we've been exploring all possibilities. Agents and detectives have followed up on a number of leads to include residential surveillance video and photos from around the area of Summer's home. Drivers seen in the area at the time of her disappearance have been identified and interviewed.
Oh, yeah.
While we've not ruled out an abduction, we simply do not have any evidence at this point to confirm that's what occurred.
Again, this is what is happening in Jack and Lily Sullivan's case, too. From almost minute one, it was, these kids will go to anybody. Jack and Lily were afraid someone took them. All of this. It's just to get the eyes off of them as well. Thank you so much, Candace. Justice for Summer Moon, Utah Wells. Good to see you, my dear. Thank you so much for your support. Really, really do appreciate you, my love. Truly, thank you so much.
For that reason, the ground search for Summer continues.
I am too.
I know she didn't walk away from this property by herself or off this yard by her swing.
She points her head by her swing. Now, allegedly, the boys said that the last time they saw Summer was by her swing. Not in the living room, not her going downstairs, but by her swing. What is the connection between the Wells and Hills property being searched? We don't know. We don't know. That's just, I mean, we don't know. That's what we're, I mean, other than this individual, allegedly being cousins with Fred and Andy, that's all we know. Right. Exactly, Nice Marie. Exactly. Exactly. Did I thank you, Candace? Did I thank you? Thank you, maybe if I didn't. Good to see you, my dear. Appreciate you very, very much, Miss Candace. Love you, darling.
I feel in my heart that somebody has came up here and took her, has lured her away from here. Well, whoever has my daughter, I pray and hope that
Oh,
they
yeah.
have not
That's what we
harmed
covered in the
her and
beginning.
they bring her back to us safe and sound.
Well, I knew right away that she was abducted. I knew that right away, and that's what I told them from the beginning. But they have to go through their, I forget the word.
Investigation.
They have to do one step at a time, I guess. If there's any way you can find it in your heart to
Correct.
please release her somehow. I don't know how you might do that.
Listen.
I mean, you're probably scared of going to prison for the rest of your life and everything else, I'm sure.
He's
But please
projecting
find
himself.
it in your heart, have mercy, and find a way of letting her go, and where we can get her back. And just please have mercy on her, and and us, and her brothers. And she's such a loving, good spirit. Please, please don't hurt her. Please let her come home. My biggest fear is, her being tormented or
Listen.
locked in a dungeon or basement or something, because she loved to be outside all the time. That was her, unfortunately, her downfall. Because a lot of times the boys would be inside and we'd be like, "Where's Summer? Why'd you leave her out there alone? Go get Summer now." And that's happened over and over again. And we'd come out and she would always be close by, but we was always coming up. She had to be outside. She was an outdoor person.
She loved to be outside.
Yeah. You're blaming the boys. He's essentially blaming the boys right there. We would tell the boys over and over and over again, you're the freaking parents.
And I'm so afraid that she's locked away. She's such a loving heart and everything, and I'm afraid that she won't be able to, locked away where she can't be outside or play with a puppy or anything. Love nature, and that's my greatest fear, that she's not able to do any of these things anymore, or that she could possibly, I don't want to think she's dead, but it's a possibility. I don't want to address all the negative.
You see Candace's, watch Candace. She's like, she looks at him like, after he says that,
I don't want to think she's dead, but it's a possibility. I don't want to address all the negativity. I just want to focus on the positive, because
find a daughter.
and half the country's, police force and all these other outfits here, they can't find her. And they're powerless to find her. But God knows where she's at. And I have to put my full faith in Him.
So what you meant by that was just you're putting your faith in God and that she's going to be okay.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know that she's going to be okay. you know, because she could be anywhere. I mean, it's hard. We don't know. Nobody knows. And, you know, I'd say a parent's faith and what they do might impact God's judgment in the end, no matter what one of your children go through. I mean, say for instance, one of your kids overdoses on drugs or something, you know, that's tough.
Yeah.
You know, it's a tough situation.
Absolutely.
But I think God will consider hopefully what the parents do and what, you know, stuff like that, hopefully. Because what if she is forced to do drugs and grows up in this negative way or this negative country or who knows what, and you know, and she gets killed or whatever, and she's not in the church. I wasn't able to bring her up to church like I wanted to.
He's crazy. He's crazy.
So it's killed me since she's been gone. You know, it's just at first it was just so horrific knowing that someone abducted her and the cops are looking all around her house, knowing that she's not there. You know, it's like you just talking to yourself. You know, this ain't doing no good.
Knowing that she's not
You
there.
know, I wish the police they would have blocked off both ends of Beach Creek and everything else and kept it contained in our area because I'm sure she's hundreds of miles away. You know, I can't blame them or whatever, but I'm upset. I'm really upset, you know. But it's too little, too late now. I mean, maybe my kids are looking at it like, well, maybe God will bring her back, or I don't know. But statistically speaking, I mean, there's a good chance she's already dead if you look at it statistically. And I hate to think that. I love her with all my heart.
That's just nothing you generally hear a parent say. They always have hope. Always have hope. Right. Until they know they don't know. But not Don.
Do you believe that she's still alive? Do you have any intuition that she might still be out there somewhere? I have no idea. Yeah. All I know is, you know, I believe in God. I don't believe in any psychic stuff. Oh man, that stuff's horrible that they've had on. I've seen it on YouTube.
Tell me about that.
Well, when I come back from Utah, I was trying to move my family to Utah. I've always knew that something was.
Listen to this. Listen to this. Chris McDonough from the Interview Room has some of the best interviews with Don Wells. You know, one of the things that Chris asked was, Don, what do you think should happen to the person that did something to Summer? Should they go to prison for the rest of their lives? And most of us would say under the prison for the rest of their lives and then some. Don says, I don't know if I could do that. I've been to prison. I don't know if I could do that. To someone who took your daughter and potentially unalived her, you couldn't do that? No way.
I was trying to move my family to Utah. I've always knew that something was going to happen to Summer. Something in my gut has always told me, and I've always told Candace, watch her closely. That's my baby. Do not let nothing happen to her. I told her that all the time.
What brought you to that thought?
I don't know. I couldn't put my finger on it. I didn't know what it was, or I just always had this feeling that something's gonna happen to her. I didn't know if she was just gonna get accidentally run over. I didn't know what it was.
He says he always knew something was going to happen to Summer. I told Candace to watch her. I didn't know if she was going to get ran over. Hmm. I don't know. I couldn't put my finger on it. I didn't know what it was. I just always had this feeling something's gonna happen to her. I didn't know if she's gonna get accidentally run over. I just didn't know what it was.
Do you think she would be kidnapped? Never. Never. Not like that. Okay. No. I just knew it was something. I just had this intense love for her. I think she knew something too. I think something was. I don't know if you believe in guardian angels or what, but there's something. There's something. So
I just knew it was something. I just had this intense love for her. I think she knew something too. I don't know if you believe in guardian angels or what, but something. This intense love. I mean, everybody loves their kids to the end of the earth. You love your kids more than most people love their kids more than they love themselves.
you believe in guardian angels or what, but there's something. There's something. So, time is of the essence. Time is of the essence. Could she still be alive in your heart? I pray for that, and I hope. On a scale of 1 to 10. To me, it's one or the other because of the four dreams. To me,
The four
it's either
dreams.
someone that's got money has her somewhere and seen her on Facebook and felt sorry for her, whatever reasoning is, or
Someone saw her on Facebook and felt sorry for her. I mean, if you've seen Summer's pictures, the way that they put some of her photos, clearly, some of the way that she was dressed or not dressed, the way that she was in certain positions, the way she was sitting down and things. I mean, anybody would feel sorry. Candace just put up every picture. It's crazy.
her to get rid of evidence, and then were her last thoughts. So do you think they would have hurt her or they would have sold her? I think they probably would. I don't know. I wouldn't. Who in the world? I wished I knew who would buy a kid. I wished I knew that. I really
He wished he knew who would buy a kid.
do. Me too. Because I would surely go after him. I have a note here. When I talked to him on July 28th, I'm reading out of my notebook. Immediately, he said, I believe she's been killed and buried somewhere after being abducted. Now, then when I first heard that on July 28th of 2021, which is less than 4 weeks away from when she was went missing, my experience kicked in and said, he knows. He knows something.
Yep.
Now, what we've all been
Sure
grappling
does.
with for the last year is what that something is. But
What I have been dealing with is, like you, on this channel anyway, is the facts in relationship to how they were presented.
So I knew they were searching around the top of the house. So I drove immediately down to the bottom of the property, figuring they probably hadn't looked down there yet.
He was shitting his pants here.
It's the first place I went, down all the way down to the creek. And when I seen my boys down by the creek, all three of them together, and I seen my neighbor coming around the other side of our hill to my left, I knew at that point that Summer had been abducted, or Summer was not around, because she would never leave from around the house. So I turned the car around and drove. I don't know if I looked in the shed at that time or not, that little shed there at the bottom. I can't remember. I've been going around talking to, all our neighbors and getting to know people in the evening time. And,
You knew the neighbors, Don.
a lot of people have told me that if I don't know, but if somebody in this area took her, that's pretty much signing your own death warrant and being in this area. They would come after you. I don't know, but all we know is somebody definitely took her, and I'm starting to wonder if, because my wife doesn't know, about TikTok and Facebook and stuff, and I didn't either. I was really naive to any of this stuff, and I still don't know anything about TikTok. But she put her pictures out there and was proud of Summer, and I'm starting to think personally that somebody seen her on Facebook or TikTok and decided that they wanted her for herself, or or it's the sex trade thing, or I don't know. We don't know, but that's what I'm starting to lean towards personally. And it's like the more I get to know people around this area and talk to them, and I'm going to continue to do that every evening as much as I can. Just in case, you never know what you might find or hear or whatever.
He's crazy. He's absolutely nuts. But I would be praying. Yeah, exactly. I think so too. Peace. There's just too much. There's just too much there. All right, guys. We're gonna go over a ton more tomorrow. I have another show planned for tomorrow. I've have family in right now, and I have to be up really early in the morning, and I am wore smack out today, to be honest with you. But I wanted to. I'm not shocked after 4.5 years of Don and Candace not saying anything. In fact, they snobbed the TBI and the press and all of them, saying that this might be drama. Them going there might be. I mean, I want to know if there is a connection between Don or Candace and these people. I would say yes. Remember what I was talking about last night? That Don had his wreck right there with his DUI. So I'm wondering. It's going to be very interesting to see how Don and Candace is going to behave. with this? Are they shitting their pants or what? Hopefully they're shitting their pants. Could be, widow. Could be. We'll see. We'll see. Guys, thank you all so much for joining me. God bless you. Take good care of yourselves. Take good care of your loved ones. Justice for Summer Moon Utah Wells. It has been entirely too long. 4.5 years. I love you guys. You are amazing. Thank you to all of everyone who watched this. Particular thank you to my mods and my members in the chat and all of that. So much love. Appreciate you. I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully earlier than I started today. So, all right, guys. Love you. Bye-bye. God bless.